I'm looking actually forward to shooting some live actions. Some live actions with the HD camera on the iPhone, and sort of seeing how that does, because it could be a quick little movie there, you know.
You know, I say with the 3GS, when they released the 3GS, the camera on it and even video at the low specs that it was at, the video looked awesome. I mean, if you're in a good lit up area and you did video with 3GS, I mean, it was phenomenal. That you wouldn't believe that it was a 3 megapixel camera.
Yeah.
You know. And I think it's like a 5 megapixel now is what they have. It's almost one of those things like, maybe too little too late. Like now they're saying, okay, well, we got a 5 megapixel camera, and HTC says, well, we've got an 8 megapixel camera. I mean, I paid $1,200 for an 8 megapixal camera.
I have to tell you, and that's what they talked about, Apple, and it was a direct attack, in my opinion, towards these the Droid Does application, the commercials they've been running, and that it's not all about megapixels. It's just not.
It's not, and I don't know enough about photography. I can't take a picture to save my life, man. and I've got like, I finally learned, like with the iPhone, when you go to tap the screen to take a picture, I finally learned to hold it, get it real still, and then let off the screen instead, and I can get a better picture. But still, regardless, if I have a $30,000 camera with, that's 2 billion megapixels, I still couldn't take a good picture to save my life.
Yeah, and that's one of the cool things that's supposed to happen about the new iPhone is apparently it is going to have actual depth of field to it. I don't know if you guys know what depth of field is in photography, but Tyler knows what depth of field is. Giving something, really blurring a background, focusing on your center, or the thing you're focusing on, and giving it sort of like it sounds, depth of field to it. The lens and everything in it is very intricate of how it works, and they're not going for the sharpness, because to be honest, 5 megapixels is a lot. That's a really good picture, and I know what Rob's looking up right now. 5 megapixels is a really good camera, and if you can do 5 megapixels, I'm sure they could have done 8, but when you do 8 megapixels, how well is the focus going to work? How well is the new 5 times zoom going to work? How well are those things going to work? So what they did was they took a drawback in quality, really necessary, I guess, the size of the picture, and then they put more of efforts into creating a lens that was going to give depth of field and a decent aperture and things like that. And moved away from just pure size of the picture. Now you're not going to be able to stick one of these pictures and edit in Photoshop and do your entire wedding on your new iPhone 4. But still it's pretty. I gotta say, I like 5 megapixels with good depth of field and really nice pictures taking better than I like 8 megapixels with no focus at all and no real depth to it. So.
Let's talk about what the topic that you brought up about video in iMovie for the iPhone. That I was kind of like, I know it's only $5. I don't know, my camera just keeps cutting in and out. That's weird. I know it's because I'm on a Mac. I'm sorry, man. Crappy ass computers. I know it's only $5, but really, seriously, they're going to charge for that.
Yeah. See, that's something I thought should have been on it. Just standard.
Like if you buy a new Mac, you get iMovie. I understand if they come out with a new version, you've got to buy it. You've got to buy a new version. But even then, it's fairly cheap for the whole iLife suite. But still, it comes default with any new Mac. I can't imagine why they're charging $5 for it. It should just be something that's automatically on the iPhone 4. Maybe for the 3GS, I don't know. Maybe then you would charge for it, but it should be automatic on the iPhone 4.
Yeah, and real quick, I want to say as they're walking down, hey, James, grab Yanni real quick. Apparently, we've just found out there's a oh, he's over here. Oh, okay, We 2. Hey guys, there's been a We 2. The second Wii, full HD, and that's from something in chat. Yeah, apparently. So we'll look more of that up and let you guys know. Yanni's gonna do some quick research on that for me, apparently.
What a day to announce that. Like, you know, there's nothing going on in news today.
Yeah, for real.
Let's go ahead and tell everyone that we've got the Wii 2 coming.
Classic Nintendo there. Way to announce your Wii 2 on probably one of the most biggest days of technology of the year, when the iPhone is just going to completely overshadow anything the Wii does. But yeah, so we're gonna look more into that. Real quick, I'm gonna say we have about 11 minutes, 12 minutes left on the program. 11 minutes according to the official time here. Left on this program. We covered the camera, which is basically the last thing. iBooks coming to the iPhone. Real quick, I'm just going to name off some things. Folders, we already know about that. Home screen, you have a background now. iMovie, $4.99 in the App Store. The phone, that's something we didn't get to cover, and we'll cover some other time. I'm sure we're going to talk more in depth about this, especially once I get the iPhone, because I'm getting it. There's the metal stripping, the titanium metal stripping around the outside. Actually,
it makes it look more like an iPad.
Well, not only that, it's an antenna.
Really?
The grooves and things like that. Yeah, they're actually metal antennas that are built into the frame of the iPhone, which now leads me to think that Apple the entire time has been trying to cover up the fact that bad reception on the iPhone was not caused by AT&T, but instead caused by the iPhone. I don't know, Rob. What do you think about that?
No, I think it was both.
Just a bad combination.
Well, like I said, I've never had really all that bad of reception with anything outside of, you know, or in a good area. Like I see like but this is common with AT&T is you walk inside any building and you just lose all reception.
Yeah, and I've had some bad problems with GPRS popping on after phone calls. If you guys don't know, GPRS is basically the most essentially basic type of. It's lower than Edge, and it's just for. He'll be lucky to make a phone call, and had some problems like that happening to me. And actually, that's almost all been fixed with the 4 software. In fact, I'm getting 3G better with the beta 4 that they have out right now. More in news, photos. Now, if you guys actually photos, it keeps track where you're taking these photos via GPS. That's why when I first turned photos on for the first time and asked me, you know, can we use your location? I was like, sure, I guess you can. Photos. Yeah, photos is now taking, you know, you'll be able to go back and see, oh, I took that picture at this place, and it's going to show you. It's really pretty cool. Mail, it's now a unified mailbox, which I don't like too much. I didn't see the point of that. My emails I like to keep separate for a reason.
Awesome.
Why?
Well, no, because they can still be separate.
And I know it can, but
sounds like Synergy from WebOS.
I don't know why it's necessary.
That's one of my favorite things, is because normally what I do is I forward all of my email, because I don't know, I must have like 10 different email accounts.
Right.
And 2 of them that are like primary usage, you know.
Right.
And I usually forward all these email accounts to one central account. And when I'd set that up on the phone, whenever I would reply to them, it would always show that it was replying from an email address that the person never sent the email to. So now with the unified inbox, like I can have all these accounts set up but just one inbox to be able to go through and say, okay, cool. And when I reply to that person from my phone, I can have a different signature and different reply to address.
Oh, so you can
like
actually can actually do different signatures now.
Huh.
Yeah, as far as I know. Let me check that. Let me check. It could be.
That sounds like what my phone does. So that sounds like one of those features that should already
still can't do
have been
HTML
there.
signatures.
Yeah.
I believe the signature set in the. Let me look real quick. I could be wrong.
He's going to check that out real quick. Moving on, though, search has become more like the Spotlight feature on the Mac. You'll be able to search for more things on there. I don't know if you guys, you know, the whole Spotlight. Rob knows a lot about that.
Oh, I love Spotlight.
Yeah.
What's nice too, my favorite thing about Spotlight on the phone now is that they added Google and Wikipedia search results. So
I noticed that,
when you search for something on your iPhone and it's not there, then you can say, you know, you can tap on the result to search Wikipedia for it or search the web for it, which defaults to your default search engine. It's much faster too, and it seems to work a lot better.
Yeah, everything's a lot faster.
All of these features are already on my Palm Pre.
Yeah,
no,
but
exactly, and this is one of the things. Like it's not like there's a lot that they're not really doing that's new.
Yeah.
As much as the way that they do it, it's very smooth. And one of the problems that you'll have with a lot of phones other than the iPhone is the clunkiness, the lagginess. I mean, look how long it's taken Droid or Android to get rid of that laggy, just simple things like just swiping the phone. was just so choppy, you know.
Yep, exactly.
And now only with the Snapdragon processor, a lot of these phones